right, Charlie, go ahead.
I'd like to call a meeting of the Development Review Board to order December 3rd, 2012. Let me introduce the members of the board present this evening. Milt Surdam, Charles Koukouris, Ron Alderman, Bill Barney, Barry Hurst, I'm Charles Kopp, Dan Monks is our zoning administrator, and Linda Bermudez is our secretary. Okay, Dan.
Thank you, Charlie. First item on the agenda this evening are the minutes from our last meeting.
Any additions, changes?
I make a motion to approve.
Milt moves, Barry seconds. All in favor? Charles, you're going to recuse yourself? Yeah.
Okay.
Abstain.
The next item on our agenda is the disclosure of any, I'm going to skip over, disclosure of any ex parte communications or conflicts of interest regarding the matters before us this evening.
Have any? No, don't see any.
Okay. And we do have a sign-in sheet we ask everyone to sign this evening who's going to be speaking to the board, and it includes the following oath statement, and that sign-up sheet's right across the way there. I solemnly swear or affirm under the pains and penalty of perjury that the statements I make, testimony I give, and other evidence I submit to the board at the board's public hearing held on this date shall be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. And again, that's right across the way. First hearing this evening is George Krosick, 457 Main Street, is seeking design plan approval for replacement windows at his property. This application was preliminarily reviewed by the application review panel, and Barry Hurst, the chair of that panel, may have some comments regarding that review.
We met with the applicants yesterday. Vinyl window replacements, replacing what's there and some of the boarded up windows. The net result's going to be terrific compared to what he has right now. And there's some monetary issues involved, and I think the net result's going to be great. We recommended approval.
George, you want to give a brief presentation?
My proposal is to replace the
Excuse me, George.
windows.
Would you sign the sheet, please?
Oh, yes.
He's just doing the second floor, not the third. He's just doing the second floor, not the third. No, I didn't realize that. That's phase two.
Just state your name for the record.
My name is George Krosick, and I'm co-owner of 457 Main Street, which is the former Nichols department store. We have the first floor rented to the Gamers Grotto. The second floor is presently rented as a residential apartment. The windows that are there, very drafty. Many of them have rotted out, and 5 of them are actually boarded up. So in order to maintain and retain our tenant on the second floor, we need to do something to tighten up the windows. So we went to a professional residential specialist out of Albany. They came in, proposed a window that is lifetime warranted, thermal pane. It is vinyl, but nothing's going to change as far as size rather. In the facade stays the same, the inside molding, everything stays the same. Nothing changes except the actual window panes. And I'm hoping we can approve this, because without replacing those windows, it's probably not going to be possible for us to rent that second floor.
Any questions from the board? Yes, Ron.
Yeah, George, you're not doing the third floor, right?
No. No, right now it's just the second floor.
Okay, thanks.
And in the future, we'd like to do the third floor, but that's going to require a lot more work. So right now, we do have the second floor rented. However, we stand the risk of losing the tenant if we cannot tighten up those windows, because the heat loss is just costing way too much for them.
Right. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone from the audience? Barry?
I'll move to approve.
Okay. Barry moves to approve.
Second.
Ron seconds. All in favor? You're all set, George.
Thank you, George.
We need two meetings or not?
Second hearing, and last hearing this evening,
No.
Bennington Coalition for the Homeless at 250 North Street. They're seeking development plan approval for a 12-bed shelter home at the 250 North Street location. You'll recall the Application did receive preliminary approval at the last meeting. There were some requests for some minor modifications and clarifications, and I know that Chris is here this evening to chat about those. Once you're satisfied that the evidence is complete, the appropriate motion would be to close the hearing and go to deliberative session for a final decision on this matter.
Do you want me to begin again? Okay. I'm Chris Panesi. I'm here representing the Bennington Coalition for the Homeless. As you know, for the ones that you were here for the last meeting, what the coalition is looking to do is open a 12-bed homeless shelter on North Street, right across the street from Dunkin' Donuts, right next to the Hawkins House. It's an existing building that is currently vacant. It used to be the Nurses Association. We went through all the site plan issues that we had and answered some of the questions, made a couple of changes as suggested. The one change that you will note that was one of the issues that we were looking at changing was the location of a dumpster. And if you've seen the plans in your package or you see on the board here, there was a dumpster that's actually, I don't know if he's moved it yet, it was there earlier in the week, or last week. It's a Casella dumpster. It was there for use when the apartments and the commercial space was rented. That is actually, if it hasn't been all removed already, it will be removed. This client, who's going to be renting the property from the owner, only requires the regular garbage cans, like the TAM or Casella ones, residential style, which they'll contain behind the building. And then roll out to the front for pickup or arrange pickup down in the back. But the overall site is on the westerly side of North Street, existing drive that goes back into an existing parking area that's gravel. The driveway is paved, the building is located already within the building setbacks because that's where it exists today. But everything else is met, meets zoning, all the requirements so far, and I've made the necessary changes as you requested. They're looking to, again, for a 12-bed shelter. One of the apartments, which is the upstairs apartment, will remain for staff, for living quarters, or for office space for the staff, but it will be used as an apartment. The other one in the commercial space will be converted. We've received our allocation from the town for the water and sewer increase. Again, they would just have to pay that bill for that increase if they're approved. But otherwise, I believe we've met everything else. And if you have any other questions, I would like to answer them.
Barry?
Are there any plans for repainting, and if so, is there a color change planned at all?
They're not planning on changing the exterior of the building at all. It would stay as is. Like I said, they're only renting it right now. If they do go to buy, and they do want to make those improvements, they would, I don't know if it's in design review district. But for right now, there is no exterior changes. The one thing that was brought up last time is there's an existing sign out front. We're not looking to use signage for the homeless shelter, so that would either just be covered white and just left as is, or we can talk to the owner about possibly removing it, but if he ever does rent to another client, it'd be nice to have that same sign go back there. So just maybe possibly whitening it out for now, or covering it would be requested.
Okay. Any other questions?
Comment.
Nope.
I did have an opportunity to talk to Jonas Spivak that owns Hawkins House next door, and he's very pleased with what you people are trying to do.
Not appropriate to testify about what other people.
Oh, okay, I apologize, and I just thought it was relevant to the...
I appreciate it, though.
Any other questions? Stacy, you want to say anything? Okay.
I think you did a great job.
We need a motion to go to close the hearing of the deliberative session. Barry?
Oh, move.
Barry moves,
I'll
Bill
second.
seconds. All in favor?
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, Dan will have an answer for you tomorrow.
Okay.
Any other business before we...
Any other business? Any other business? Need a motion to adjourn?
Sure.
So moved.
Charles seconds, all in favor? Check on about that.